Chapter 1, Introduction. Dear friends, today, many people are immersed in a sea of information and content. It is hard to be unaffected by it. Depending on how we view the differing perspectives that we encounter in life around us as a result of various claims, information, and content delivered through popular media and the internet, it could be a stepping stone or a stumbling block towards unity with others. I have experienced in my own life and observed in the lives of others significant negative impacts resulting from nothing other than differing perspectives. This can be quite an obstacle to unity. Sometimes, individuals find differing perspectives objectionable enough that it damages relationships permanently. Because unity is so important for civilizational progress, we should increase our awareness of things that tend to contribute to unity, as well as things that tend to obstruct unity. One of my main concerns is that while the public generally relies on and places some level of trust in the various platforms of information found on the internet as well as in traditional broadcast media, these content factories often have the curious effect of provoking division. It is not always obvious what the entire intention of each platform is. However, it is clear that many of these platforms have a primary objective of capturing and maintaining your interest, regardless of the quality or value of the content. Another objective might be to persuade you of something, perhaps about a certain product or narrative. I believe that one of the most important themes to reflect on in our time is skepticism, sources of information, and the pursuit of truth. To justify this claim, I'm going to use this presentation to provide relevant evidence from history, both recent and not so recent, and I'll share various quotations, including from the Baha'i writings, that I believe are directly applicable. I believe the material in this presentation is useful for anyone interested in protecting one's mind and heart from the never-ending flow of information, the avalanche of content that impacts our daily lives, influences our thoughts, feelings, and behavior, and often reinforces tribal tendencies and notions of separation or otherness instead of promoting understanding and unity. Although I believe this presentation is relevant to all audiences, it is tailored somewhat for those who are attempting to implement the Baha'i framework for creating a better world for all people. This is a long presentation, yet it only scratches the surface of the subject. There are so many other related details that just could not be included because of time constraints and my own limitations. As this presentation will touch on a wide variety of points, here are a few initial quotations from the Baha'i writings to establish a sort of baseline for beginning to explore the theme I have selected. Quote, "A newspaper must, in the first instance, be the means of harmony between the people. This is the prime duty of the proprietors of newspapers, to obliterate misunderstandings betwixt religions and races and nativities, and promote the oneness of mankind. But it behooves the writers and editors thereof to be sanctified from the prejudice of egotism and desire, and to be adorned with the ornament of equity and justice. They must inquire into matters as fully as possible, in order that they may be informed of the real facts, and commit the same to writing. Good speech and truthfulness are, in loftiness of position and rank, like the sun, which has risen from the horizon of the heaven of knowledge. Journalists must write significant articles that shall foster the public welfare. If they do so, they will be the first agents for the development of the community. We may ascertain the progress or retrogression of a nation by its journalism. Let's see if you agree with my summary of those quotations. A newspaper must be the means of harmony between people. Newspapers must aim to obliterate misunderstandings of all types. Those who work in the news business must be free of prejudice, egotism, and desire or inordinate ambition. News organizations should be focused on justice and on treating people fairly. They must inquire fully into matters to find all the facts and publish this. Truthfulness in news communication is paramount. Journalists must write worthy articles that benefit the public. In so doing, they become the primary agents of community development. We ascertain the progress or decline of a nation by its journalism. If you reflect on your own experience with popular media, with familiar and accepted sources of information, how does your experience with those channels or platforms measure up to these quotations?